Hi everybody, this is Keshav from MakeyouBillionaire Trade Secrets. Welcome all today for a wonderful section. Today we are going to discuss about the banking POC stocks. A very good discussion. I think a person who is interested in banking stocks should never miss this particular session because banking POC stocks is at multi-year low right now with respect to the price. Okay, so we will going into analysis of more about this particular banking POC stocks. Is it really worth to invest in this particular banking POC stocks? Currently, their value or their stock prices is like more than 50% or 60% is right now because of the coronavirus. Before we analyze into this particular discussion, if you're watching first time into my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and please join my Telegram channel where I'm sharing a lot of quality information about value investing and trade strategies. So let us don't waste the time. Let us go into analysis. I'm just taking into a State Bank of India technical charts. Okay, so if you look into technical charts of the State Bank of India, if you can see that current price is at very low, or it is like a multi-year low. Previously, the same price was coming on 2016 or 2014 or 2008. It is coming there. So this is the current stock price for the State Bank of India. For 2 months before, if you look into State Bank of India, it is quoting at 300 rupees. Now it is quoting at 150 rupees. The same case with all the POC banks. Canara Bank was quoting like 2 months before like 200 plus. Now Canara Bank is quoting at 77 rupees. So all the POC banks for the beginners, if you don't know what is POC bank means, State Bank of India or Canara Bank, Punjab National Bank or IOB or Union Bank, those banks are called POC banks. So this all the government controlled banks is at like 50 or 60 percentage value of stock price is reduced. Now it's currently waiting or holding at multi-year low price. Is it really worth invest in this particular State Bank of India or Canara Bank or Punjab National Bank and all? We will go into analyze more details about that. Before that, I want just to tell about more details about the economy. You might be heard about a lot of global rating agencies telling that Indian economy is going to shrink a lot, or the Indian GDP is going to minus, or Indian GDP will be zero, or there are a lot of fund houses, mutual fund houses, or a lot of international agencies. They are also predicting that Indian economy will be very much down this year. And you might be heard about that latest RBI governor is saying that RBI governor suggests that the loan moratorium has increased for 3 more months and the credit has been seized. And also our RBI governor suggests that Indian economy will be facing a huge challenges in the upcoming quarters. Not only Indian economy, all the world economy is going through the same cycle. And every government is pumping more and more liquidity of money into the economy to raise it up. I am fully suggesting and I am fully hoping that our economy will be recovering very fast. But at this moment in the financial market and stock market, there are a lot of things are happening. A lot of prices which we think, for example, 2 months before, as I told, 300 rupees was the State Bank of India. Now State Bank of India is 150 rupees. Is it really cheap or very good, or a growth is very good? We can invest right now. I'm just taking it for that particular discussion. So we see the State Bank of India, it is like a multi-year low right now. It is a very important junction, right? It can make or it will break. The chart sell very clearly, no explanation is not required. The same is case with all the POC banks. The same is case with all the POC banks. Every POC bank is damn cheap or damn low right now. So let us go and quickly analyze what the fundamental says about this particular POC banks or government controlled banks. So I'm just taking it to a screener.in, an online free tool where we can get all the fundamentals of a particular bank or BSE or NSE listed stocks. Full information we are going to get it. So I'm just using this particular tool. So here State Bank of India, I'm going to analyze it, what this bank does, and the informations are there. This is a very top level information about what is the market cap of this bank. I'm looking only the very strong or good parameters. So this is one of the parameters which we have to consider: stock PE, price to earning, which is 11.06. We will see what is the industry P and we will compare it. One more important parameter which I am interested is ROE. Return on equity is 1%. A value investor or any investor, the first thing he want to look into is the return of equity. He want a minimum like 12% or more than 13% return on equity. Then only he will go for the investment on this particular stocks or any kind of a commodity. So here return of equity is just 1%. Okay, and if you see dividend wise, they don't give any dividend so far, or as per the screener.in, there is no dividend for State Bank of India. And if you look into this particular book value is 262.75 and the current price is like 150 rupees for 85 paise, that is the one. And 52 weeks you can see 373 and 150 rupees approximately is the State Bank of India details. Let us look into more details about with respect to the competitors or competitors. So these are the PUC banks: State Bank of India, Punjab National Bank, Bank of Baroda, Union Bank, IOB, Canara Bank and Union Bank. As I told you, actually this is the PE of the State Bank of India 11.06 and industry PE is 11.40. I can say it's almost like close or very similar for a very narrow range, so there is no much difference. Next thing which I am interested to look into is that the G factor, the growth factor. Growth factor means just think actually somebody is going to write for an exam. Okay, so out of 10 marks, if you got 4 marks, what does it mean? It means that he is an below average, right? At least 5 means middle we can say. If it is 4 means it's a below average. So growth wise, State Bank of India is below average because this is a scale of 10 growth factors. It considers a lot of things with respect to the earnings, with respect to stability, everything is checked. Based on that, it is saying 4. And this is the pituitary F score. They call it as the F score normally. This is also a very important score. This score suggests that the financial stability of that particular company or the organization. This is a scale of 9. This is a scale of 9. In this 9, if it is a 7 means it is pretty good. Their financial stability or there's a company level, this is very good. So with respect to the growth and with respect to this one, the growth is very, very less. And if you look into the return of equity, it is just 1%, which we have to consider, which we have to look into that more details. And if you see like 1 year returns is minus 57, 3 year returns minus 19%, and profit variance for the last 3 years is minus 42%. So this is the figure for the State Bank of India. So you know now the real everything is open now, so you can now take a decision. Is it really worth to invest in this type of growth of a bank? And if you look into the growth factor with respect to the other banks, Union Bank is only 5 or Bank of Baroda is only 5. But their F score, if you see here, only 5 and 4. Okay, this is, and if you see return of equity here, 2% is the Bank of Baroda yearly return of equity here is getting. And if you see here, Union Bank is giving minus 11.25 is the return of equity. So if we already know, if we invest some 1 lakh rupee in fixed deposit, we get at least 5% or 6% or 7%, depends upon the market, you will get it right. But if you see return of equity here, 1 or 2 or 1.62, this is the return of equity we are going to get from the PUC bank. And the growth of the stocks, if you see, it is like everything is like below 5 or 5. Nothing above 6 or 7, no growth. And if you see 1 year returns, maybe this is an exaggerated figure because of a coronavirus. A lot of things happen. So I'm not taking a 1 year returns. At least I'm just taking for a profit variance of 3 years. It is everything is minus except like a Canara Bank and Bank of Baroda. And if you look into their GE factor and the F score, which is at the middle level. So this is the factors which we are considering. And we can see more details if you are interested to see more details about this particular bank. If you click on edit columns, you can add whatever you want, sales or sales quarter, everything you can add it here. I just add very important things. If you want to add historical like 5 years or average returns of equity 5 years, everything you can see here. Okay, so a lot of things are here: sales growth, profit growth, price to sale, everything is the enterprise sales we have, or debit to equity ratio, everything is. So I'm not looking into much details about that one, so I'm just looking back. So this is the overall figure of the POC banks with respect to growth and with respect to sales or with respect to the returns, how much we are getting from the equity, everything is there. Now I'm taking back to the State Bank of India chart, technical chart. So in this particular technical chart, I just want to tell you one more thing actually. For an investor, for a value investor, if you're a value investor, if you want to invest State Bank of India, this technical chart is only one of the parameters to consider. There are a lot of other parameters also to consider before you invest in this particular type of stocks. So if you want to really invest in State Bank of India, as per my personal suggestions, I would rather look at this particular area, for example, 80 rupees or 90 rupees range. If I am going to invest in State Bank of India and the price is at like 89 rupees or 90 rupees, I may consider State Bank of India to invest. At this particular moment, the price is quoting at 150 rupees, 85 paise. And I explained to you about a lot of fundamentals, what is the growth rate, what is the return of equity, about all the POC banks. Now you can decide whether to invest, what to do and what not to do, everything you know it. So thanks a lot for watching this video. Have a wonderful day ahead. See you in the next video. Bye.